So I just really want to thank everyone who's been supporting me on the song Washing Line and helping me to make it, and you guys are great. I love you. I just thought I'd give you a bit of background on where the song came from and how I wrote the song. So essentially, I remember this song was like really easy to write and I wrote it really quick. And I was listening to a lot of old school reggae music from Jamaica, and there's one particular artist called Gregory Isaac who's just, I mean, you have your roots conscious reggae, which is a lot about like I suppose human rights and black power, black empowerment, and then you had a certain stream of reggae music that was more about like crooning and doing love songs. And Gregory Isaac was very much in the kind of crooning, like he would sing these songs. One of his most famous songs was called Night Nurse. And he's singing, you know, I want you to be my night nurse. Only you alone can quench this thirst. And he has another song which says, I want you to be my number one. And it's always about like lyrically lifting up the woman he's singing to. And I remember just playing some of those chords that are really popular in that style of reggae music and thinking about Gregory Isaac, and I just instantly sang the line, I saw you standing there. Now, a crooner would carry that line on and say, you know, I saw you standing there and you were just so gorgeous, beautiful, your hair, and wow, my heart leapt, and all of that. But I remember specifically writing the line, and reaching that point where it could go that way or it could go the complete opposite way. So I remember writing, I saw you standing there, and instead of turning left to go the crooner way, I decided to go the other way, downhill, and say, hanging the washing on your line, because it's actually kind of a very non-romantic kind of image. It's not something we normally think of as like really beautiful and attractive. When you're hanging the washing, it's kind of ordinary. But as soon as I wrote that, I thought, well, this song is going to be different than your average pop song that's crooning and glamour, having glamour for the thought of falling in love. So I wrote that, and then I thought, well, every good love song has you and me. It's a connection between people. And so I thought, well, I see you standing there. What do you see in me? And then I thought it would be really interesting if you looked back at me, and instead of seeing like this guy with cars and nice clothes and all of that, you see me, and I'm doing the same thing. I'm hanging out the washing. And then I thought, yeah, that's a really interesting thought. And then from that, it goes into the chorus saying, so give me a reason why you can't be mine. It's leading up to that. And it's actually saying we stopped. And I think the word stop is mean like everything stopped. And when you fall in love, that can happen. Like everything just stops and suddenly you're just connected to this person. And the song is really saying, well, at that moment that we connected, we stopped and we found one heart, one mind. There's a slight, I think, I didn't plan to write this, but I think I did have Bob Marley's song, you know, one love, one heart, let's get together. And I think that's where the kind of expression, one heart, one mind, is very much in that thought. I think it probably came from that kind of an idea. So I then repeated the same theme in the second and third verse. So like the second verse, instead of like a lot of songs would be like, I saw you on the dance floor, it's more saying, well, I was at the bus stop. And I remember my friend in LA always used to say that cool people don't take the bus because you want to say, I've got this flash car. So it's kind of like very ordinary to take the bus. So I'm at the bus stop, and then you drove along, and instead of saying you were there in your flash car, you got your Lambo. No, I was thinking you're driving this beat up bomb, which is what we would call a car that's like just breaking down and it's all you can afford. And connection is made there at the bus stop. So I think the line is quite important when it says, you said jump inside. That is like the invitation that you can fall in love, but you need an invitation to come into someone else's life. So that's the jump inside. And the final verse is the same thing, but at the supermarket. So I'm at the supermarket Again, it's not like the beach or it's not like the dance floor. I'm in the club. No, I'm at the supermarket. And what am I doing there? And I feel like I used a bit of drama in the line, trying hard to select my food, because I don't think that's how we would normally talk about, going to the shops. But I'm concentrating, I'm trying really hard to select my food. And then you came along and said, if you're looking for loving, I'm in the mood. And it's kind of an invitation, which is saying I'm open to this, but I'm not, it's not definite. And the chorus, I think, emphasizes that too. It's saying, well, we stopped. So in that moment, you have the moment where you can connect with someone. We stopped to find one heart, one mind. So we actually connected. But you'll notice the second part of the verse is still like the question of, well, okay, I think it's right, but you tell me, give me a reason, because I can't think of any reason why you can't be mine, and ultimately why you can't share my washing line. And so the washing line there just represents the fact that you go through life and you do common things together. When you're with someone that you love and you commit to them and you have this amazing life together, you're doing these common things like shopping or driving, getting a bus, and also like the washing line is symbolic. The washing line is symbolic of doing the ordinary stuff together, which is what makes life great. So that's my song, Washing Line. Thank you so much for supporting my music, for following me on Insta and Facebook and all those sort of things. Stay tuned for more good times. Yeah.
Straight out of Jamaica. Jesus me. I saw you standing there, hanging the washing on your line. Ooh yeah, ooh yeah, ooh yeah. And as you caught my eye, you realized that I was hanging out mine. Ooh yeah, ooh yeah, ooh yeah. We stopped to find one heart, one mind. Give me one good